Welcome to the Cristo Rey Network College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but will be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Matt, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to check out the schedule on the website. The presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Cristo-Rey. And now I'd like to introduce our first institution, Augustana College.
Hi there, my name is Wendy Kelly. I am the Associate Director of Admission at Augustana College in Rock Island, Illinois, and I am very excited to talk about Augustana and to share the transformative experiences that students at Augustana have. I'm going to start by telling you where we are located. We are in Rock Island, Illinois, which is part of the Quad Cities. The Quad Cities is a community of about 400,000 people right on the Illinois-Iowa border. We are literally 5 blocks from the mighty Mississippi River, but our campus itself is built into a river bluff, so we never flood, which is wonderful. Some details about us. We have 2,500 students at Augustana, all undergraduates with the exception of 40 students who are in our speech pathology master's program. There's 90 on my screen, but we have closer to 100 different majors and minors and programs of study here at Augie, which means that you can come into Augustana, you can get started right away with your major, or if you're undecided, you have some time to explore. And that's where that 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio really fits in well. Our professors here teach all of the classes. We don't have any graduate students or teachers' assistants, but they are also your advisors throughout your 4 years. So they're going to not only make sure you're getting the classes you need to graduate, but also spend that time to talk with you about your interests, your passions, what you want to achieve during your time here at Augustana. Average class size is about 18 students, so it's going to be small enough that you can raise your hand in class and ask questions, get involved in class discussion. Community is very important to us. We have over 150 different clubs and organizations that students can get involved in, and students live on campus through the end of their junior year. So again, that community, all students being together. And as a top 100 national liberal arts college, the emphasis on academics is so important, but so are those opportunities that students have beyond the classroom. Students who come to Augustana are really coming for that full 4-year college experience. And that means being able to pursue those interests that you have outside of the classroom. About 1/3 of our students are involved in varsity athletics. We are an NCAA Division III school for all of our sports. We have about 1/4 of our students who are involved in music, theater, dance, so those fine arts activities. We have students that are also double majoring at a very high rate. Over half of our students will have a double major and still be able to graduate in 4 years. So students who have those passions are going to be able to pursue those both outside of the classroom as well as within the classroom. Something else that is really important to us, kind of that third piece that we feel is important, are the experiences that you have outside of the classroom that help to prepare you for what comes after Augustana. So that means internship opportunities, study away, research opportunities, and we fund every student with $2,000 to use for those out of classroom experiences. We know that the learning that happens in college oftentimes takes place beyond the 4 walls of the traditional classroom. And we want our students to go out and have those experiences during their time at Augustana. So we fund those opportunities for our students as well as find those opportunities for our students. If you're thinking about applying to Augustana, if you're a senior, this is the time. We are looking for students who have taken college prep types of classes. So we like to see honors, AP, IB, dual credit classes. The majority of our students who are admitted to Augustana have a strong B average or better. We do a holistic review. So we're going to look at the activities you've been involved in outside of the classroom. If you work, have you been on campus to visit? Have you engaged with us? So those are important factors as well. Once you've been admitted to Augustana, that will get the ball rolling as far as additional information about scholarships and financial aid. We have academic scholarships that range in value from $24,000 to $29,000 per year. We have talent scholarships in areas like music, theater, art. You don't have to be a major or minor in those areas to get those scholarships. You would just need to continue to be involved once you're at Augustana. You can qualify for as much merit money as you are eligible for. And Augustana has a new program that's called Augustana Possible, generously funded by one of our alums. It allows us to meet 100% of demonstrated financial need based on FAFSA for high achieving students. So we want to make Augustana an affordable option for all of our students. We also offer additional ways that students can earn money through our social justice and social change micro scholarship, our academic scholarship day, etc. I'm going to wrap this up, but I would love to connect if you have questions about Augustana or if you'd like to learn more about applying or about visiting. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Wendy. Next up is Loyola University, Chicago. You're muted.
Can you guys see my slideshow?
We cannot.
Okay. Let me see. Is there any way I guess that there's a setting in my computer that won't allow me. Can I go next?
You can
okay?
You can pick my spot if you would like.
Awesome, thank you.
So next we would have Lewis University. And we'll circle back to Loyola University, Chicago.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Liliana Tinoco. I'm subbing in today for Maria Rodriguez from Cristo Rey. And I am a freshman admission counselor at Lewis University. So I'm really excited to talk to you all about Lewis University and everything that we have to offer. So we are a mid-sized school located in Romeoville, Illinois. It's about 45 minutes east of Cristo Rey, and our school is a mid-sized institution. So we have around 4,100 undergraduate students pursuing many different kinds of majors, and 90% of our classes have less than 30 students. So we have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So for every 13 students, there is one professor in the classroom. And this is an excellent opportunity because you are able to go ahead and ask questions in class, but we also have an open door policy with our professors where you don't have to make an appointment if you have any questions, which is a great way to be able to connect with them and get your questions answered. So a little bit about our demographics. We're 50-50 with male and female, 52% Catholic, and 40% of our students come from disadvantaged or underrepresented populations. So we have many different student resources at our university, starting off with Flyers Get Hired. This is part of our career services department, and we really want to prepare you for success. So this program prepares you by pairing you up with a mentor. So someone in the field that you are interested in, you are paired up with a professional and you are able to shadow them as well. So a lot of our students take advantage of this alongside Flyers Rise, which is another mentoring program as well. So our career services office really prepares you for internships, for employment within the 4 years that you're here. And ultimately, we want you to be a part of our 97% placement rate in careers and postgraduate. So that is our goal when you come to the university. We also have an Excellent Success Scholars Program. This is a program for students that are interested in being paired with an upperclassman. So for the entirety of your freshman year, you will be with an upperclassman of your background, with the major or someone that you identify with. And ultimately, this is gearing you up to be able to network, find out different resources on campus, and find out more about what you are interested in. So we are NCAA Division II at Lewis, so a lot of our students are involved in different sports. We have 100+ organizations and clubs on campus. Our Greek life is strictly academic and service-based, so it's an excellent opportunity for our students as we are LaSallian. So really the majority of our students are involved in some sort of service opportunity. Studying abroad is looped into your tuition, so students really take advantage of that opportunity. And students that don't go on to do Division II athletics are involved in intramurals or club sports. So what's on campus? We have 11 different resident halls available to students, 4 different dining halls, 2 Starbucks, 2 convenience stores. Ultimately, we want you to be engaged and have fun on campus. So really, there are a lot of options for you. 1,100 students do live on campus. So we would say that 60% of our student population are commuter students. In our majors and minors, we have 80 different majors, and you are able to mix and match them. So ultimately, we have that flexibility for you so that you can go ahead and figure out what is best for you. So we don't put a restriction on what majors you'd like to pick. Really, it is geared towards your career aspirations, and we want to support that. So here are some of our top majors. Aviation is one of our top majors. We have an airport on campus. Our airport is the 5th most busiest airport in all of Illinois. We get a lot of through traffic from big names like Delta and other aviation companies as well, like Southwest Airlines too. So our students are able to not only partake in learning how to fly planes, but they also learn how to build planes, how to take different initiatives in leadership positions in the aviation industry. So it's a great program that students really are interested in. Other programs are nursing, business, computer science, criminal justice, biology, and psychology. All of our programs here listed have 4+1 options. So a lot of students go on to do masters as well in these schools. So what's new at Lewis? We have a lot of different things that have been added, such as our public health bachelor's for students seeking to be in that field. Our really popular mechanical engineering program partnership with NIU gets you 2 degrees, one in physics, one in mechanical engineering. It's an excellent opportunity for students that are interested. And as you can see, we have many other additions really detailed towards aviation. So that is what is new, but learning how to apply is really simple. So applying, we are on the Common App, so you are able to find us on there, and we also have our Lewis application, which takes about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. So items needed for application are the high school transcript, scores are test optional, and we also have a direct admit nursing program. So it's a really good opportunity. And also I have included my link in the chat. So if you have any questions, you can find me. Thank you.
Thanks very much. So we're going to circle back to Loyola University, Chicago. Hopefully you've got your screen share ready to go. Great.
Awesome, guys. Sorry. I don't have my work laptop on me, but good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the patience. My name is Benito Maral. I'm a senior assistant director at Loyola. I've been with the institution now for about 6 years. My territory itself is Chicagoland. So if you're coming from Chicago or from Waukegan area, you probably have seen me. So I will be reviewing your applications and working with you. In addition to that, I am the Spanish speaking counselor on site. So if your parents prefer to speak in Spanish or receive that content in Spanish, I'm your man. You have my contact information at the end of, I guess, my little spiel here. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you may have after my little 5-minute spiel. But welcome everyone to Loyola in Chicago. We are located in Chicago itself. We have multiple campuses across the university. We have two, one, I guess, across Chicago, excuse me. The two main campuses are in one's in northern Chicago called the Lakeshore Campus, and the other one's in Water Tower Campus in downtown Chicago. For the most part, students stick up north. That's where the main campus is at, and that's where students usually hang out for the reasons of the majority of majors are there. So for those who've been to Chicago and probably have been to our downtown campus, many people think that's our main campus, but that's not the case. But nonetheless, we are a Catholic Jesuit institution, the only Jesuit institution in Chicago. We're a mid-sized school. In addition, we're a liberal arts college. So a lot of our education is focused on helping you develop holistically, academically, as well as other forms of your personal being. But nonetheless, being a mid-sized school, as you can see, a little less than 12,000 undergraduate students, really allows you to benefit from a much more diversified student body here at the institution. Not just diversity in regards to ethnic and racial, which you can see on my slide, but also geographically, which is really cool, which about a little over 50% of our student population is actually from out of state or international, which is awesome. Being located in Chicago, many students think that we are heavily influenced by Chicagoland students or Chicago-based students or commuters, and that's actually kind of false. Only 8 to 10% of our students are actually from Chicago itself, and about 9% of our students are traditional commuter students. So meaning that students who are coming to Loyola for the most part are coming from very diverse backgrounds, bringing many diverse perspectives, and are taking part in a 4-year experience, which is really awesome. So if you're looking for an institution that's really going to host that in a major city, definitely give Loyola a shot. So like I said before, we are a Jesuit Catholic institution. So many of our students do gravitate toward that sort of experience and that we have to offer. Just know that religion isn't required at Loyola outside of taking 2 courses, in which those 2 courses can be very specific in any major religion any major religion of your choosing, or they can be pretty broad at the same time. So with that being said, because we are a Jesuit institution, we focus a lot on helping students help students grow outside of academic areas. So we call that a more transformative education through body, mind, and soul. So we have multiple resources on campus to kind of help facilitate those sort of experiences. But nonetheless, being from a mid-sized institution really is going to allow you to benefit from a more diversified student body. And on top of that, we are a Division I school. We participate currently in the Atlantic 10. We offer every major sports team except for football and baseball, but we do have club sports and intramural sports that do allow students to partake in those other sports that we don't offer at a D1 level itself. Okay. In regards to the academics at the institution, we offer basically every major you can think of outside of like automotive technology, fashion design, and culinary arts. But Loyola is primarily known for its health sciences. So many students definitely come in with the intentions of like biology, pre-med, nursing, psychology, exercise science, stuff like that. But I just also want you to know that we are strong in basically almost every of the areas you see on the slide. Our Computer science program is definitely up and coming alongside with engineering. Our school business is the best in Chicago currently, based off US News and rankings. Our School of Education is a very immersive program. Same with our School of Social Work. But nonetheless, the good thing about Loyola is as long as you're admitted to the institution, you're admitted to every single major off the bat, which is really nice. Outside of engineering and nursing, you do have to be admitted as an incoming freshman for those two majors itself. But other than that, you have 2 years to declare a major at the institution, which is really cool. So you're not really, forced to study what you put down on your application from the get-go. And plus, we have a university core curriculum that helps students navigate their academic passion for the first 2 years, in which most of the students are taking those core classes, regardless if they're decided or undecided. Going back that we are a mid-sized institution and having a population of 12,000 undergraduate students, many people think that we have large classroom sizes, and that's actually pretty false. Our average class size ranges somewhere between 26 to 30 students, and our professors are the ones teaching those courses, and which is really nice. It doesn't mean that there aren't TAs or GAs, which are like teacher assistants, graduate assistants. It just means that our professors are the ones being in front of you, teaching you the content, and which is really nice, right? Something very similar to what you've already experienced in high school. For those students who are interested in going into those postgraduate programs, whether in law or anything health related, we do have a pre-health and pre-law office to help students prepare for those postgraduate programs through a sequence of courses and preparations of those entry exams, and as well as help getting those internship research experiences. But nonetheless, the good thing about the institution, again, you're going to get that small, immersive, intimate relationship or intimate experience in the classroom, to where you're not going to just be a number in the classroom. Professors are actually going to get to know you by your first name, and you're going to be able to actually partake in, any of the lectures and stuff like that. Quickly, moving over to our application. We are rolling admission. We don't really have a deadline outside of it being May 1st. You can find our application on the Common App or Loyola app. It doesn't really matter. We're test optional, resume optional, as well as essay. You can see the requirements on the slide. Just please know that anything that you submit on the application will be considered for admission here at the institution. If you do want to submit any of the SAT, ACT, those can be self-reported and we super score. You can see the averages for incoming freshman students. I do also want you to know about a little less than 70% of our students who came this incoming freshman class did not submit a test score as well. Okay. Moving over to some of the scholarships, just know that we have a lot of aid here at the institution ready to be given to you. So please apply early because we are rolling admission. So the sooner you apply, the sooner you're going to hear back from us. And you can see the range of merit scholarships that students are automatically considered for when being reviewed for admission. On top of that, being that you all are coming from a Cristo Rey network high school, please know that Loyola does offer 5 full rides from students who are graduating from a Cristo Rey network high school, in which that application won't be available to you until late to mid-January for all admitted students. Okay, hopefully this really helped. If you do have any questions, I'll put my contact information on the chat, but thank you all again for the 7 to 8 minutes that you gave me. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Next up, we are going to hear from DePaul University.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Paul with DePaul, so that should be easy to remember. We're going to go through a little quick PowerPoint with you. I'll try to give you as much relevant information as I can here in the next 5 minutes or so. So first thing to know is that DePaul is located in city proper, Chicago. We do have 2 campuses in the city. So you can see that we are located downtown in the Loop, and then we're also located on the north side of the city in the Lincoln Park neighborhood. So it's pretty common for students to be doing a little bit of cross-campus commuting. Most of our students will end up taking some classes at both of our campuses, so either utilizing public transit or utilizing our shuttle service between the 2 campuses is a pretty standardized practice for DePaul students. The cost of public transit is included with your tuition and fees, so all students at our university will receive a university pass for the Chicago Transit Authority system, so you can use trains or bus systems unlimited amounts while you are a DePaul student. We are currently the nation's largest private Catholic institution. We have a total enrollment of just around 22,000, with undergraduate enrollment right around 15,000 right now. So Numbers wise, I would say we're definitely in line with like a middle tier sized institution. But in terms of the experience that students have academically, I would say we're a little bit more in line with like other smaller liberal arts institutions that you might be aware of. We do hold a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We do have about 97% of our classes taught by full-time faculty. And our average class size is currently around 31 students. So in general, you'll still find pretty small and manageable class sizes, plenty of opportunity for individualized attention if that's what you're looking for. This slide is also naming just a few of our honors and combined degree programs. You're encouraged to, of course, reference our webpage for more information about those, but just a quick rundown would include our university honors program, which is a liberal arts honors program. Our 3+3 BA/JD program is a 6-year accelerated law degree program. We also offer the Strobel Accountancy Honors Program, as well as the Pathways Honors Program, which is within our science college and geared towards students that are interested in pre-med. So we do have some honors programs geared towards students in any of those aforementioned fields.
Well, we're still just seeing your first slide.
Oh, goodness. Okay. You know, I'll click refresh real fast, and if it doesn't work, I'll just move on without it then. Did that do anything, or is it still frozen?
Still just seeing the first slide.
Okay, then rather than fidget with that, we'll just focus on me for a minute. So I'll pick up where I left off. I was just going to talk a little bit about the different colleges and some of the different majors we have at DePaul. I'll start with what you'll find at our downtown campus. So in the loop for DePaul's campus, you'll find our College of Business, our College of Communication, the recently renamed Jarvis College of Computing and Digital Media, and you'll also find our law school at the downtown campus. Currently, our largest college in terms of enrollment is the College of Business, but specifically our fastest growing singular major is our film program, which did just get ranked in the top 15 by the Hollywood Reporter. We also just got rated in the top 15 by the Hollywood Reporter for our BFA animation program. So specifically for students that are interested in those cinematic arts and visual arts, particularly the digital arts realm, we are starting to get a lot of national recognition for those programs. Moving up to our North Side Lincoln Park campus in Chicago, you would find the College of Education, the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, the College of Science and Health. You would also find our Conservatory of Music and our Conservatory of Theater there in Lincoln Park. Also in Lincoln Park is where you'd find majority of our campus housing for freshman students. We do have about 70% on average of our freshman class that will choose to live on campus in Lincoln Park, but majority of DePaul students do actually live off campus. So the typical trajectory for DePaul students is to dorm for the first year and then to move into independent housing for the subsequent years. So definitely independent lifestyles are kind of the preference for most of our students. We do offer housing on a first come, first serve basis. And we do not require housing for any of the 4 years. So if you'd like to live on campus for 1 year or for 4 years, you do have that choice, but we do not require anybody to do that. Next thing I'd like to mention is just a little bit of information about student life. I promise that you will not be bored at DePaul if you are actively looking for things to do. We do have over 300 student organizations that are currently active at the university. We have a very strong and active faith life community, along with being a Catholic background school. We also have members of many, many different faith communities at the university. We have a very popular interfaith center as well. So you'll definitely find students of many, many different religious backgrounds at the university. We have a number of arts and creative focused student organizations that are very active as well. We do have social Greek life with 29 fraternity and sorority chapters represented. We do have multiple members of the Divine Nine represented, as well as multiple other multicultural Greek organizations as well. And we do have a number of other multicultural organizations on campus that are popular among students. We do have a Black Student Resource Center, a Latinx Student Resource Center, as well as an LGBTQIA+ Resource Center at our Lincoln Park campus. So definitely a very strong campus community for students of any identity and any background here at the university. Lastly, I would just talk a little bit about our scholarship opportunities for students. We are offering up to $25,000 in scholarships for freshmen applicants, specifically for early applicants. So if you're a senior and just generally moving forward. November 15th will represent our early apply deadline. So those who apply by November 15th are eligible for scholarships ranging up to $25,000. We are able to offer those scholarships to students who generally have a 3.75 GPA or above, and who fall within the top 10% of their graduating class rank. So if you hit those two measures, then you are eligible for our highest scholarships as an early applicant. We are a Common App school, so you can just apply through the Common App, and it is free to apply to the university. Those who apply by November 15th will receive a decision by December 15th, and then those who apply by our regular apply deadline of February 1st will receive a decision by March 15th. And I think I am getting the light, so I will stop there. I'll stick my contact information into the chat. Thanks everybody for listening, and please come visit us, and please reach out to me.
Thank you very much, Paul. And our next presentation is from the University of Notre Dame.
Give me 1 second as I pull up my. Hello, and thank you all for being here today. My name is Dontavius Seaborn. I am the Senior Associate Director of Admissions from the University of Notre Dame. The University of Notre Dame is the preeminent Catholic institution located about 1 hour and 30 minutes from Chicago. We're traditionally about a $16 train ride directly from Chicago to South Bend Airport. So if you have time over the next 3 weeks, please feel free to come and visit us. A little bit about the University of Notre Dame. Maybe you've heard about us through our Fighting Irish sporting teams. Maybe you're familiar with our phrase, Touchdown Jesus, or maybe you don't know much about the University of Notre Dame. And I want to tell you a little bit about us. One, we are very known for being a top 20 institution. We're also known for our return on investment, which is one of our key signatures. I tell a lot of students that we do 75 things at our institution that most will know as majors. You're going to find those majors in 4 colleges and 2 schools. To start with, the first college is our College of Engineering. This is going to be known as a place for innovation, a place where students are consistently changing the world. Our engineering programs are not only just the institute model where you will learn technicality, or the liberal arts model where you will learn a little bit about theory. We have both of these infused into one program, which provides our students an opportunity to not only gain hands-on skills, but to gain the trends and what is marketable for now in the industries in the engineering market. With that also being said, I want to highlight our College of Architecture, which is a 5-year program that ensures you to be ready to gain your licensure. This is a great picture here where one of our students and all of our students who are part of our architecture programs will go abroad in Rome for 1 year. I mean, who doesn't want to spend a year in Rome where architecture was founded and started, where you can gain hands-on work, different types of series of art courses, and learn about the historic mantra of architecture. From there, we have another college that we consider our College of Sciences. Our College of Sciences is a place where students are traditionally going to be a part of research. And what you'll learn about us is we don't have a College of Arts and Sciences. Our College of Sciences is a standalone college where students are able to provide themselves the hard science courses and innovation and research that they will have specifically for undergraduate cohort. With that being said, we also have a College of Arts and Letters. This is going to be our college with the most variety of majors, things like philosophy, television and film, and even computer science. If you're wondering why we have computer science in the College of Engineering and the College of Arts and Sciences, in the College of Arts and Letters, and then also the college, the neuroscience major at our institution, I'm going to say that typically you're going to be able to take more humanities courses in the College of Arts and Letters. So you'll still have the core curriculum of both of the other colleges, but you'll be able to have a little bit more of a flexible space to try different things that you're interested in, minor in different things that you may be interested in, and also take different electives that are placed directly in the College of Arts and Letters. The College of Mendoza's College of Business has always been known as a top-ranking college of business. It is a place where our students are not only learning the typical ways of business, we are pushing our students to be a force for good. So business at our institution is not only preparing them to go out into the market, but to also do contemporary things in the market. As we know, business has begun to acquire a lot of tech companies. And with that being said, all of our business students will take a coding course to be prepared for navigating those type of competitive markets. A little bit about our institution as we go forward. We were established in 1842 by a French priest named Father Sorin, who wanted to do education a lot different than any other founder of an institution. He wanted it to not only educate the mind, but the heart and the body. With that being said, one of the key things and one of the key mantras about our university is that our university is not just located in South Bend. It is all over the world. We want to take our classroom all over the world. But what does that mean? That means that one, we're going to provide our students opportunities to study abroad from 1 week up into 1 year. Two, we're going to provide our students with support services for them to be retained. 98% of our students are retained as first-year students of all studies. When you apply to the institution, you do choose an intended major, and you still have time throughout your full first year to change your major or internally transfer into a major that you're more interested in. With that being said, 75% of our students are going to participate in internships or research. The Flatley Center of Undergraduate Scholarly Engagement is an amazing opportunity for our students to be able to start research as early as their first year at our institution. We have a 98% placement rate from med school into the field and the industry, and then also a 95% on-time graduation rate of 4 years. We are an institution of ROI, which means we're a top 3 amongst the national universities for alumni satisfaction. $72,000 is the median salary university-wide, not just a cutout of one specific major or endeavor at our institution. 250 global alumni networks. 80% of our students are going to go directly into their graduate school of choice, of field, and then 90% of our students are accepted into law school, and then 89% of our students are going to be provided an internship or research project during their time at our institution. So we believe very deep into the ROI. But what does this mean? This means that our institution will have students who are going to go directly into our alumni clubs. With over 145,000 alumni, we have a really very intriguing alumni network to help our students navigate the world that they're in. We have 2 deadlines in our application process. The first is going to be November 1st, which is our restricted early action deadline. Do not get this confused with early decision. This is not a binding contract. REA is a way for our students to gain their admissions decision earlier in the year. And then our second one is going to be January 1, which is our regular decision deadline. If you would like more information, I'll provide you all of my contact information. I would love to have a Zoom meeting with you or provide you additional information for you and your parents. We do also meet 100% of the need demonstrated financially, and we have merit-based opportunities for our students. And you are automatically considered for both just by being admitted to our institution. Again, thank you guys for having me, and I look forward to having conversations with you and sitting down with your family to talk about how the University of Notre Dame can be a great fit for you.
Thank you very much. So we have a few minutes left in this session, and I would invite all of our panelists to come back on camera, and I have a couple questions to ask all of you, and I'll ask that you respond in the same order that you presented. But our first question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So I'll start back with you, Wendy.
All right. Great question. I think that probably the most important thing, especially for folks that are getting at the start of their college search process, is to not let cost be a deciding factor on where you're going to look at colleges. You've heard from me and from my colleagues that we're very generous with scholarship and with financial aid and looking for ways to make our schools an affordable option. So don't rule a school out based on cost. That's my advice.
My advice would be to start early in the process and not be afraid to reach out to counselors to get more assistance. So ultimately, we're here to help you, and we're here not just, to help you, I would say, at least for Lewis, not to help you just with our school, but we want to help you with resources and making sure that you have everything you need for your college search process. So that would be my advice.
I mean, very similar to what Liliana just said. I would say the number one thing is just get plugged in with the college that you want to go to or you're interested in. I mean, make it known to us so that we can help you. That's like the number one thing. We are here to help you. So we want to make this process as easy and as fluid as possible. So get in contact with us. We're not that intimidating. All right. I guess the other thing on top of that is make a list of every requirement for every college, because there's sometimes kids are like, oh, I didn't know you guys were test optional. I'm like, well, obviously you guys are applying to 20 universities, so it's really hard to keep track of everything. So at least try to do the best you can to like use a Venn diagram or something, or like an Excel sheet to try to keep track. But that's about it, guys.
My biggest piece of advice is to go and visit. Visit every college that you're interested in, especially the ones that are your top choices. Of course, like things like this webinar or things like online and websites and all of that is very helpful to give you a basic idea of the sort of things that a college has and whether or not you're interested in it. But nothing is going to be more valuable.
Looks like Paul might have froze, so let's move on.
Okay, I would say to actually learn the college you're interested in. Really do in-depth research on that institution, as he just spoke a little bit about. Learn their qualifications, actually understand what type of institution they are, and then don't let anyone sway you from your college interest. You have to find out which opportunity is the best fit for you. And to piggyback off of what Wendy stated, please don't let the sticker shock fool you into making a decision that isn't the institution you want to go into. As stated, a lot of us are matching 100% of need, and a lot of us also have merit aid. So one of our primary goals is to make college as affordable for every student as much as we can. And each institution is pretty much interested in that. So that is what I would say.
Excellent, thank you. So one more question before we wrap things up. Hopefully this is an easy one for you all, but what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I know that I talked about the academic opportunities, the ways that students are able to engage outside of the classroom. One thing that I really didn't talk about that I think is really important is the way that we build community, and we help to make connections with our students, with our professors, with our community, and with the world, with our internships and our study away programs, and 13% of our students are international students. This is a place for 4 years that you will come, and as I said at the very beginning, where you will be transformed, that you will be ready for the rest of your life. We like to say that we prepare students for their first job, and we prepare students for their last job at Augustana.
One thing I would like students to remember about Lewis is that we are really invested in your success through our career services department and other resources that we have. So whether it is learning how to sit in an interview with those mock interview sessions that we have, or learning how to fill out a CV, we have those resources to equip you with the knowledge that you will need for our annual career fest that we have, and we have 5 of them. So we really want you to get that internship. We want you to get that job after graduation.
Just to piggyback off my colleagues, at Loyola, very similar. We want to go beyond just the classroom and be able to prepare you to be the human that you want to be. But on top of that, just something to hit at home, because everyone here is from Cristo Rey Network School. We have a Cristo Rey Network scholarship specifically for you to come to Loyola basically for free. So that's huge. So imagine being able to go to school and graduating debt free. So yeah.
I would just want you to keep in mind that I think DePaul can offer you the best of all worlds. We are an urban school, we are a private and Catholic school, we are a big school in terms of our enrollment, but a small school in terms of our academic environment. And I think that we really can just check pretty much every box.
I'm going to say that the University of Notre Dame has all of those same things, and our actual founding and who we are is a contribution to who the Cristo Rey Network is. If you go into the fabric of who Cristo Rey is, you will find out a lot about the University of Notre Dame and how we are a part of that network. We have tons of opportunities that we work with Cristo Rey, and last but not least, the numbers don't lie. We push out the return on investment when it comes to our institution, and that is the main priority of our institution. We want our students to receive a return on investment, and that is the key thing. And I believe that the University of Notre Dame is a place that will ensure you that you will receive a return on your investment when you gain an education from a preeminent university like the University of Notre Dame.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much. We are wrapping up this session, and so I want to say thank you for joining us. Big thank you to all of our presenters for your time this evening. To our participants, when you close the Zoom window, there'll be a link to a quick survey. We do appreciate your feedback. We encourage you to check out the schedule for more sessions that are happening as part of this fair, and you'll be able to find a recording of this session as well as others at strivescan.com/Cristo-Rey. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your day.